What's up, everybody? I'm George Mossey. I'm here with my co-host Heather C. Last night we got season 2 premiere of I Love a Mama's Boy, and there are new people on the show. There are familiar faces on the show. I'm so excited for this season. Let's just jump right in. Let's talk about what we saw last night. So Matt and Kim are back. Kelly is back, one of our favorite moms on the show. Kelly is back, and things are kind of the same. So the house construction got halted because of COVID, as well as Matt and Kim's wedding plans because of COVID. Right. So now they're just starting to pick back up, and they're starting to plan their wedding, and the house is going back into construction, and Kelly is designing her personal bathroom in their home, which is about 30 feet from her home. I don't know what to say, because you could easily just go home and use your own bathroom.
Yeah.
So it's showing that she's going to be spending a lot of time in Matt and Kim's 2-bedroom, 2-bath. It's already a small place, small space to share, and they're going to be sharing it with Kelly, who has a massive house that she could be in. So I don't know how this season is going to go, because things haven't really changed at all.
No, they haven't, but they're fun to watch, and I really adore this couple, as well as the mother involved. She's sitting around in her robe looking like the Godfather. She knows what she's doing. But no, I'm excited to watch their journey again and see, if she's going to get her bathroom, or if they're going to stand up and say, you could walk 10 feet.
I want to see the house get completed, but I a little bit feel like I want her to get a house somewhere else. Like, I want Matt and Kim to move out and be able to do that on their own. But we'll see how it goes. So let's talk about a new couple that we met last night. We met one, and then there's going to be another couple next week. So Tracy and Brian are together 10 years. Mm-hmm. They have 2 children, one from a previous relationship for Tracy and one together. And we met Jane, who is Brian's mother, who is his queen. He said that she is his queen, a single mother, always worked 2 jobs, gave him an amazing life. And her story was, when he was in college, she couldn't afford a computer. She would literally go to the library to watch his games. This is the closest relationship, I think, for a mother and son that I've seen on the show, and that's saying a lot. They are super close. He's getting married after 10 years, and he wants the wedding to be just as much about Tracy as it is for his mom, Jane.
I think that the story is really sweet. I think that it's hard for women to raise children on their own, let alone a son, because they have to not only play the mother role, but the father role, and it takes a lot out of a person. So the fact that he grew up to be such a great guy and, take responsibility and, love and respect his, fiance wife now, and take on a child that's not, blood related, but treat as, his own. I think she did a great job. I mean, I am not in that predicament, so I can't really speak for Tracy's feelings, but I think it's sweet that he wanted to make memories and involve his mom, because it was like just the little things, like her being able to like walk down the aisle with him and, have these like memories. So, people unfortunately don't last forever, so at least they'll have this forever.
But the honeymoon, though?
Well, maybe she could have got a mother-in-law suite,
right. Well, it is going to be a separate room, he did say, and he said because he wants to bring their children with them, because they don't want to leave their children at home, and the best way to do that is to bring grandma so she can watch them while you guys have time together. But what we worry is she's not going to give them time together. That's what we don't know that. It hasn't happened yet, but the way it seems, like when Tracy got home from work, she was hinting that she wanted Jane to, clock out and be on her way, and Jane sat on the couch with her drink, and it went over her head. She was just like, so what's up? What's going on? So I don't know how that personal time is going to go, but I'm super excited about this couple, and congratulations to Tracy and Brian, who got married last night on episode 1. This season is coming in hot. We have already had 1 wedding. Congratulations, you guys, and I'm so excited to hear more about your story. All right, guys, so last couple we saw is a returning couple. So actually, this was a bomb dropper, because Shakib and Layla are back. Layla is the star. She is a mother of all mothers, and she is the queen, and her son is her prince. And we found out that Emily and Shakib have been secretly dating. They have gotten back together.
Emily coming back for seconds.
Yes, Emily. I don't want to say happy that you left, but I didn't want you to be abused verbally the way you were. No one deserved that.
Right.
So it has to be love because you're back and Shakib is there with you and he's making promises to you. Why do you think that he's going to change now? I want to believe that he wants to be with you and he wants to move out, but that relationship with his mom and his little bird, it's just super close and strong, and I don't know if you're going to be able to break through that.
I think that, well, I want to believe, I should say. I want to believe that Layla means well. I mean, I know that there's no excuse for, like, how you address a person. You know, you kind of know. But, you know, maybe it's deeper than that. You know, like, maybe, because, like, we don't really know their whole backstory.
Right.
Like, maybe she has this bond with her son for reasons that we don't know. I mean, maybe, like, the fear of, like, losing him to someone else, or maybe he won't spend as much time with her, scares her, and it's just being perceived wrong.
Well, both stories, I will chime in. Shakib's mom did have a health scare, and actually Jane, Brian's mom, also had a health scare, and I think those health scares bring people really close together.
They do. So then maybe with that being said, he was there for his mom during her scare, so she was used to spending like every waking second with him. So now that there's a new person involved, there's some kind of threat there, even though it's not, but mentally there's a threat. So hopefully with this season, since they're back at it again, maybe in the end she'll give her a chance.
Yes, I did see that he brought her in to see Layla, and Layla refused to apologize. And Shakib said, let's just ignore the past and start over. And I think that's going to be the only way this is going to work. Because Layla doesn't feel like she should apologize. Obviously, Emily feels like she should. But in order for this to work,
might not be a winning situation.
You would just need to clear the slate and start over and just really hope things are going to go better. And like Emily said, their relationship, and if it's going to work, clearly is in the hands of Layla. Layla will decide if Emily will be her daughter-in-law. It's not up to Shakib, unfortunately. And Layla's a really tough person to win over.
Yeah. And we have so many more couples that we're going to be meeting again and meeting for the first time on next week's episode. We're really excited that this show is back.
I'm super excited.
They're fun to watch.
Is so fun to watch. There's another couple we're meeting next week, and then Mike and Stephanie are returning from season 1, and his mom Liz. And there's a bombshell. I don't want to say anything yet, but next week there's something that did not happen that was supposed to happen from the finale of last season. So thank you guys so much for joining us. Make sure you live tweet with us for I Love a Mama's Boy every Sunday night. I'm at George Mossey, and her Twitter is at Pinky69Brit. And thank you so much for joining us, guys, and we can't wait to see you guys real soon.
Bye.